What's on SoundCloud.com and it gets no realer. We out here, New Year's Eve.
Roving it. What's going on?
The man of the hour, and none other, Raz Simone.
How y'all feeling?
We good, man. Hey.
Being rap that shit from that south side that town. 6 guy, 2A block, don't ask me, we down. My people hungry, I'm finna feed these mouths. Ain't nobody else finna do it, keep it moving, boy, where's my crown?
Hey, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I can't complain. Just vibing, putting it together.
2016 was a big year for you.
Man, it's been cool.
Major waves.
No, it's been cool.
You tapping in. You tapped in with old boy from Japan.
Oh, no, from Korea.
Excuse me, from Korea.
South Korea. Yeah, J Park.
Yeah.
So that's bro. He's coming back out here actually. So we're working on our little album and everything. So
I mean, how do y'all link up?
He had went and came and did a show in Seattle, and he like sold out the big show box, and he hit me up and had me slide through. He just like reached out to me on Twitter. He was like, "Hey, bro, I love your shit." I'm like, "Damn, man." Like, he got like millions of fans. So I was like, "Who's this guy?" You know. So checked him out, and he was filthy as fuck. And just everything he does is hella artistic and filthy. So we built. He raps, sings, dances, hella filthy, great dances. Raps and sings in different languages also, so he's just like all around, you know, just filthy. And he earned all this shit. He has a company out in Korea, you know, and he's the CEO out there, that production. So it's like, you know, mutual respect. So we just built from there. And it's one of those things where, you know, once we put this shit out, we distribute out like in Korea also. You know, it's gonna be a whole different type of feel and see how that catches and everything. But man, it's been love. I got hella different new listeners and fans, even just off of, you know, just out mobbing around and, you know, putting out a little song real quick on the low, or, you know, so it's been good, really cool.
Perception is a reflection of whatever else it is in someone else's mind. So since I'm a rapper, they think that I'm torn every time I hop on a plane and I fly. You see me autopilot in my Tesla while I'm riding on I-10 or I-5. Ain't shit to it, nigga, but to do it.
That Japanese song, man, that shit took off, man. Went viral, went worldwide.
Yeah.
Did you expect the type of success that it had, really?
I did. No, I kind of did for that. I don't know. I felt it, you know, and but it was cool. I mean, it was one of those things where it was a great feel. I did like a little run. It was just messing around with the SoundCloud, dropping a couple different songs on SoundCloud, and they're all catching like that. And so, like, yeah, Japanese really caught. And so, I don't know. I felt like it would do a little bit because I released Slide first, and Slide like jumped up, you know, a lot. And I hadn't been releasing music for a little bit. I had my little break, and then released Slide, and then it was like, damn, that break, you know, people appreciate the music, they missed it, and so everybody was out there sharing it. And then Japanese is a little bit more it's a little bit more relatable for more people. So you hit like a broader audience than Slide. So, you know, and it was just one of those like anthems to have, like, you know. So I felt like it was good for while you're working and doing whatever you're doing, you know. So it was good.
Yeah, switching those. It's New Year's Eve. The whole camp of Black Umbrellas here.
Yeah.
Everybody, all hands on deck. You feel me? Man, what's the move? You know what I'm saying? You're the man of Black Umbrella. What's the move for 2017? What's the power move? Or can you even tell it?
Man, I can't even pull out all this shit for you, but man, it's my. It's just going in always. You know, I always got some things stuffed up my sleeve and everything. In 2017, yes, you know, it's when everything's rounding around. So, you know, it's gonna be heavy. It's gonna be heavy, a lot more heavy than anything else. So, I'm excited. We'll just have to wait and see.
People are just so opinionated. I can't tell some of my peers my information, cause then they will get intimidated. Any sucker shit in my head eliminated. Like being worried about a sentence facing 25 years like I'm not in the Matrix. And Keanu Reeves while I whip that pastry. Keep it moving, I don't have a safety.
When Black Umbrella started off being it was like a brotherhood, where you know, like all of us that came together, and it was more like some street shit, you know, like there's people, the homies from around and everything, and you know, it was one of those things that, you know, to help connect and have that you know, have a time to like get together and talk, whether it's chopping over food or whatever, and you know, then it kind of was its own little like organization like that, you know. Because I've always been, you know, like I'm from where I'm from, but I'm always like, you know, it really doesn't matter where you're from. It's what you know, what you do, you know, who you are. You know, if you're not the one that's, you know, shooting at the homie or shooting at me or something, and you're not condoning it, you know, and you're good money, good people. You just happen to be where you're from, or born where you're from, or walked down the road and got jumped in, you know, from where you're from. You know, like I'm not gonna hold that against you, depending on how the quality and the you know, the character that you are. So, you know, so me, it's always about like bridging those gaps and being able to create that community, even if it's not on the best shit. Like, you know, when we started things out, like it wasn't on the best shit, you know. So, but it was still, we still have our like our morals and our like codes and things that we, you know, live by, you know, word, loyalty, and respect and things like that. And then it went from that, and you know, but a lot of people that were part of it, you know, fuck with music. A lot of people, like the people I'm talking about at the beginning, like they're not artists, or you haven't even seen them because they do their own thing and they don't do music, or you know, whatever it is. But what it ended up being is it was more like it started. We still have that, but then it's like an artist collective, because it's like, you know, now we need to be doing things and, you know, having some forward movement in some other different directions. And then it was like, all right, well, we got some different homies that we all like make music around each other, or even if it's like the violin homie or the guitar player or the this or the that or whatever, you know, now it's this whole network of like being able to pull at somebody when you meet them type thing, you know. And then when a bunch of record labels started like trying to holler at me, and like I saw that was one of those things that was going to happen. People were looking over this way, looking at the region, looking at the city. It was like, all right, well, shit, we gotta like really get on top of things and, you know, get behind the business side of things and really, you know, be able to protect ourselves. So that was when I started going and connecting with lawyers and, you know, etching things out and really creating it into something, you know, making an S corp and all that stuff, and like getting it in right there. And you know, so that was like the natural transitions of it, you know. And now it's just a staple. It's a staple in the city, and you know, it's pushing worldwide, and you know, we wanted to be nationally vindicated and nationally, you know, all that stuff. So now we got a bunch of different filthy artists that are a part of it, you know. And the way I like to run it a little bit more is, you know, I'm not trying to be a slave driver, and I don't want any of the homies being a slave driver for, you know, any of the other homies. So the way that we move is more like a management, you know. But then we have label services, so it's like, you know, like I'm not gonna hold you, you know, out of here, like, you know. So I'm an artist also. I don't want that. So everybody that's here wants to be here, you know, and we just been building and out with each other.
This is not the nigga you wanna fuck with. Take a few steps back before you talk that tough shit. There's a reason why I keep 30 in the clip of my little pistol that just sits on my hip. My own two hands don't need defense from a click. Am I your bully just because you're a sensitive bitch? Respect, man, that shit go a long way. Check yourself before you check the God. All I'm saying is,
I'm always trying to reach out to the other artists, especially right now. You know, sometimes you have to focus on doing your own thing and, you know, be hunkered in. But then, you know, with me, it's like that's part of the reason why I did all this. It's like I wanted, you know, when I was a kid and you didn't know who to look to do certain things, you know, like I want to be a staple of someone in the city, and I want to have a bunch of other people in the city that are part of Black Umbrella and part of other things that people can look to and be like, man, how do you do this? How do you become a business owner? How do you, you know, run a label? How do you, you know, become a rapper and get notoriety or whatever? And I want people to be able to look and ask those questions, and us to be able to be like, all right, well, look at, here's some steps, or here's some little things. Here's a word for this person. Here's a word for that person. Yeah. Okay, there's a person. Here's a number to call. Okay, you need a lawyer. Here's this. You know, instead of it just being every single time everybody reinventing the wheel. You know, because that's extra detrimental to the scene and like to growth and everything. So, that's my thing. You know, really being able to build that and reach out to everybody. So, you know, I think it's good. I have people over my inbox all the time, and, you know, homies, and I've been reaching out heavy. 2017 is one of those times I'm gonna be reaching out heavy, you know, because I look at it also not just from a business standpoint, not just from an artistic standpoint. You know, art before the business here. I don't really care about the business like that here. You know, I do the business elsewhere, so I'm cool. But then the other little piece is like the journalistic, you know, the journalism, which is like, you know, being able to document what's going on, where you're at, you know, from your angle, you know, what your hands touched or whatever. and I'm one person. You know, I'm not trying to go and depict everyone's story. I'm trying to, you know, document my story and depict that. And then I want to let others speak on theirs. So that's where, you know, that comes in, where, you know, we got a lot of people that are part, you know, some good solid folks that are part of Black Umbrella, and they can tell their part of the story, but then there's still other people that are out there that, you know, that need to be able to tell their story, you know. So I want to be able to help them do that, whether it's directly through Black Umbrella and they're, you know, on the squad, or it's just, you know, bro, like, let me do what I can do to help you here, you know, put you on here, or help you do that, or whatever. If you got a question, let me give you an answer, let's link, you know, let me give you some juice this way or whatever, you know. So, and you know, when you give, you can't expect anything back, or I don't expect anything back. You know, so I can't even expect people to pay it forward to other people, but I hope that people pay it forward every time that, you know, that we're all like building with each other, you know. So that's where I'm at.
Being rep that shit from that south side that time. 6 guy, 28 block, don't ask me, we done. My people hungry, I'm finna feed these mouths. Ain't nobody else finna do it, keep it moving, boy, where's my crown?
Can't come, ain't got nothing.